Hello my gorgeous Leo, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your weekly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you my gorgeous Leone, and it's in between the 4th and the actual 10th of July 2022. My goodness, this week is going to be rather bizarre in so many different ways, but you know what? It's gonna end up really good. It's gonna end up even more interesting indeed. It's bringing you a powerful opportunity, but let me just focus on the beginning to start with. At the beginning of the week, you are gonna feel a bit of a lack of ambition, and this is gonna bother you. This lack of ambition is kind of going to take over, and it's going to make you question so much about yourself. It's gonna make you question so much about your life, and it's also at the same time going to really kind of make you feel like a little bit exhausted, and it's almost a little bit gonna make you feel like you want to give up. But this is the point, this is the moment that I would like to highlight, because at the time when you feel like you want to give up, at the time when you feel like it's getting a little bit too much, it's gonna bring you the moment where you're gonna find yourself being a little bit indecisive. This is needed at this moment in your life, because that indecisiveness is gonna bring something out in you. That indecisiveness is going to highlight something. That indecisiveness is going to bring something out to the surface, and this is so important to understand, because things that you have been upset with so far, and things that you were upset, things that you're going to find yourself being upset about, now suddenly you're going to be able to see this and to understand this from a completely different angle, from a completely different perspective. And this is purely because this week you're gonna feel ridiculously spiritual. Okay, so that spirituality you need to allow at the same time to take over. When I say that you need to allow your spirituality to take over, well, pay attention to how you're gonna feel, because throughout this week you're gonna feel like you want to express yourself spiritually. If you like to lighting candles, you will kind of feel like you want to light candles. If you want to have like a little ritual, you will feel like you will want to kind of feel, you will feel very strongly like you want to have a ritual. You're gonna feel a very strong urge to express yourself spiritually. Trust me, this is not coming from just anywhere. Trust me, this is all what this energy and vibration is bringing you, because it's going to help you to understand what an important impact this is going to make on your life, because this very part of your life is been causing you restriction for a quite while. So it's going to help you to move on from this, from unsettled to settled. But even more importantly, it's going to help you to recognize and realize when you find yourself being indecisive, it's going to make you aware of something that you weren't aware of before, especially when it comes to you letting go of old and bad ideas, because you are at this moment in time starting a spiritual journey. You are starting the process of your own transition. You're starting the process of your own spiritual quest, where you're going to find yourself at. So this in itself, it's a very special journey, which is going to allow you and make you aware of the importance of you, like following your own light, and no matter what, doing what you want to do in this life, no matter what. And the more things are difficult on the outside, the more great sign this should be for you, the importance of stepping towards the unknown areas in our lives with a full confidence. And even if we make wrong decisions, it's fine as long as they come from us, because we give a chance to ourselves to learn, because there is something very specific that you are going to learn here as well, and it's going to help you so much to understand how powerful you are when it comes to juggling lots of responsibilities, but also when it comes to you being flexible, adaptable, but most importantly when it comes to you having this power to keep it all in an absolute balance indeed. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Leone, you are really gonna have a really powerful message here, and I like this so much, because this powerful message that you are going to have, it's going to make you feel good about yourself. It's to do with your progress, it's to do with things that you were waiting, it's to do with things that you wanted to happen. It's movement, progress, like a great, but it's all about the actual financial stability. That's what I'm talking about here. It's about your financial stability, but also you're gonna have this intuitive message how to protect your assets in the best possible way. You are gonna have a new ideas, which is gonna come through like a quite fresh thinking here. It's coming from a fresh thinking because there is something that you have learned over the last 3 or 4 months. So what you've learned over the last 3 or 4 months, this is gonna bounce back now, and that's why I'm saying it's a fresh thinking, you see. So it's all about the idea that you are going to have through that, and at the same time you need to understand it's about acceleration and developing fast at this moment in time. You will know that this goal is rather near, but at the same time the importance of actually acting now. You act now and you're not going to be as restricted anymore, because you're going to find yourself in that powerful spiritual flow. I like this so much, because you will see how responsible you are when it comes to your own life, when it comes to your own spiritual journey. You are the star, baby. Take off. Now it's time for you to take off, because you are going to find yourself in such a wonderful position of power here. It's brilliant. Why? Because it's all about your own spirituality and realizing that an ongoing problem, there is so much that you've been unhappy with when it comes to your life, and when it comes to you wanting to live your life in a certain way and expressing yourself in a certain ways, and you felt so often like your hands are tied at the back. You want to do so much, but you're thinking about so much, but you're not doing it. So this is the powerless situation that you felt. So now this position of power that you're going to find yourself at is going to open your eyes, and it's going to create the process of your own personal spiritual liberation. You will realize that the power was within you all this time, and this moment is, my goodness, my God, to literally celebrate. Okay, so it's about your spiritual liberation. By the time you get to the last part of this week, just remember, suddenly you're going to feel like, oh, memories, midnight. Now you're gonna feel like a memories. You're gonna be thinking about memories. Something is going to be on your mind, very strong connection to things that happened a long time ago, and it's going to connect you to the part of your life when you were so happy. I'm not saying that you're miserable, please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you're sad, but when you feel this essence from before, your internal spirit, your soul is trying to guide you towards something very specific in your past. So you need to bring this back into this present moment, okay? So you're going to feel very strong connection to your past, my gorgeous Leone. But what you're thinking about exactly about, this is the question, because that in itself is going to really kind of show you the clear direction and intention at the same time, and it's going to really highlight your ambitious. You're going to be very much so ambitious and driven in this moment in time. So through your past, you're going to feel a very strong connection to your past, and that in itself, it's really kind of also going to be connected to the clear direction. It's going to highlight how much you want something very, very specific here, and then at the same time it's going to highlight the part of your life that you need to nurture more as much as you possibly can. But also, you know what is quite important at around the end of the week, try to kind of take a little break and try to ground yourself, try to meditate a little bit, and most importantly, if you can, would be fantastic to try to reconnect with the nature. That balance is gonna be so important, because it's yet again, I know it sounds crazy, I know it sounds mental, I know it sounds bizarre, but I'm telling you, you need to be as open-minded as you can. There is a very specific energy that we get through and from the actual nature, and that brings so much out in us that is like kind of being aside for way too long. And when these situations happen at the time when we are just changing so much, at the time when we are going through our own own personal transition, you know, there is so much that we become aware of. So it's like you connecting with the nature, just sitting in the forest, hugging the tree a little bit, sitting by the water has got a superb and very spiritual effect and impact on us. But most importantly, it's just going to make you aware. Again, it's going to highlight your own self-limitation, and also it's going to highlight your own self-restriction, and it's going to highlight like the fact that, you know, you shouldn't be insecure about the certain parts of your life. I know I'm going really deep, but this is what is naturally going to come to you. And when I say to you the process of the actual liberation, spiritual liberation at around the midweek, this is going to have a very strong connection to that at the end of the week, where you will exactly have this highlighted yet again. On another hand, you know what I really like at the end of the week, my gorgeous Leone, pam pam pam, you know that there is a very much so a missed opportunity that it's about to bounce back into your life, and it's going to blow you away. It's going to surprise you. This missed opportunity is going to bounce back into your life, and it's going to surprise you like a big mama, because you did not think that this opportunity is ever going to happen. You did not think that this opportunity is ever going to get back to you. You did not think that you're going to ever face this opportunity ever again. So this is really good, and it's coming like a karmic reward. It's coming to you like a karmic spiritual reward. Missed opportunity, it's about to bounce back. And this is pretty much so, you know, it happened at a time when you were maybe contemplating for too long, and when we are contemplating too long, we tend to overthink. When we overthink something specific, overanalyze, it's not good, because we end up somewhere where we shouldn't be at this moment in time. You have to trust yourself, your spirit, your soul, and your internal guidance. So this missed opportunity, it's about to bounce back, and it's to do, you know, it caused so much of the lack of direction anyway. So it's brilliant. This is something that is going to put an instant smile on your face. It's going to surprise you, and of course it's to do with an important financial opportunity indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Leone, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous Leone. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.